Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Season 3, Week 1 Prospects eSports Showdown match with Hyperion battling AoniX Reborn. I am Newbeat, joined today by Ageless. Ageless, I know I'm looking forward to the action today, and I imagine you are as well. What are you expecting here in today's match?
We got some. I think we're gonna come up with some Ryan Zarya. Our first match is gonna be on Lijiang Tower. Stuff shows a really solid Ryan, and so does Lucky. So I think we're gonna see some nice head-to-head Reinhardt action here, and I think it's gonna be a really solid match. Both these teams are quite good, and I think there's a lot of talent.
Absolutely, and I do like the Ryan v Ryan matchup. The mind games coming out when opposing Reinhardts are both in the game is always very entertaining to watch. So hopefully we will get to see some of that today. Looking at some of the DPS roles as well, I think we'll be seeing some hit scan too.
Yeah, Oakley plays a very solid Widow. The King, I think, is going to be mixing up a little bit. Some little bit of Pharah, a little bit of Hanzo under their belt that we're coming to expect. Ryan Reynolds is going to be possibly subbing in for us a little bit later here. Smobra, as you can imagine, probably coming out with the Sombra, although her Doomfist is apparently quite good as well.
Interesting to see somebody playing both sides of the hack fist at times if that does come in. So we will be seeing some battles happening there. Looking forward to the to the supports as well. A lot of flex DPS coming out there. We're going to see a lot of, I think, Zenyatta, a lot of Mercy, maybe some Ana as well, maybe a surprise Baptiste, but there definitely seems to be a lot of flexibility coming out from the supports on both teams.
Yeah, really diverse lineup here. Lucio from Lissaru could be coming out, so maybe she'll show us some nice Reddit Lucio action as well.
Absolutely, I like some Reddit Lucio getting into the back lines, maybe causing some problems for the back line of the other team. Getting some of those wall rides, some of those rollouts in there, so that will be very nice to see as well.
Yeah, Charms and Logan Stray are both kind of a flex DPS, so we might see some little bit of Ana, Baptiste, Mercy, Zen coming up from them to start it off. I am curious if they're going to opt to swap maybe the tanks up, maybe do a little double bubble with the addition of a Mercy or a Zen here.
Yeah, maybe looking at that Zen to enable their team with the Discord orbs and getting that damage, and if the communications there, they can definitely focus down certain targets and burn them down with the Discords.
All right, let's jump into our first match here on Lijiang Tower.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
This should be interesting as well, as we are about to see which one of the three maps on Lijiang we get first, and it looks like it will be Night Market. So that will be a very good one to watch. Like we were just talking about the Red Lucios, so there are some environmental kill opportunities out there on this map. So we'll see if somebody comes out with a Lucio hunting one of those down.
Yeah, you often see some Symmetra coming out on this as well. So I am curious if we're going to see this teleport to point strat. Always a fun one to watch when they both come flying through that upper gate.
Yeah, that always looks cool if both Symmetras come out. And we do have a Symmetra coming out here from Smobra as well, so that will be interesting to see. And it looks like we were half correct on our prediction of the tanks, as Lucky and Bane of War are going with the Ryan Zarya. However, Optic is showing Orisa, and we have a Reinhardt from Stuff as well. It looks like they've now switched to the Ryan Zarya, so we will be getting that double Ryan Zarya to start us off.
Very nice to see here. And we are going to get the King on that Pharah as well. So, and looks like Oakley is swapped over to the McCree from that Symmetra. Smobra appears to be sticking on it, though.
Absolutely, and Smobra is going to want to try and get to the point as quickly as they can as we get into this first fight here. It looks like we have one team on the point already, Stuff and Things standing outside just trying to swing away there. Lucky now pokes his out, and Oakley and the King both to get takedowns early, and Bane of War gets one back. Stuff and Things takes down Lucky as the opposing Reinhardt, and it looks like this fight could still be anyone's on the point here.
Lots of picks going back and forth, although both tanks are now down here. So Optic picks up that last kill onto Logan Stray, and it's looking like it's going to be the first take for Hyperion.
Absolutely, and that is a very good fight there for Hyperion, as they're now able to push out a little bit. The King up there with the Pharah has the Mercy Pocket from Lissaru with him, so they'll be able to try and spam in shots there and slow down the approach of AoniX Reborn as they come back in for this next fight. Looks like Lucky's going to charge right in on the Reinhardt, very aggressive onto the point, gets in there, gets stuff and things as well. That's a very good start for them. Is able to take down the Immortality Field. We got the Rocket Barrage coming in on the point for the King. That finds two. Optic follows that up with a pick of their own as well. A very nice turnaround there for Hyperion as they are able to take that fight once again and hold on to this point.
The King laid down a ton of damage there, and you could see Felix Penguin got a couple of those final blows as well. So we are seeing some of the bloodthirsty support action that we are hoping for.
Absolutely, and Lissaru with this Mercy Pocket up here, just allowing the King to just stay very safe up there in the sky, as it looks like AoniX is coming in with the same kind of attack onto the point, but Stuff and Things and Oakley both take them down. Stuff and Things swinging away, what a play from him, and that is very nicely done by Hyperion, as they've shown a lot of dominance so far.
Again, Felix Penguin getting those final blows towards the end of the fight, so they're doing a really nice job of cleaning up all that damage coming in from the King. Stuff is going to be coming in with an Earth Shatter to match Lucky's, and one DPS ult open for both here as well. Oakley is going to be ready with the Deadeye, and Blizzard ready with the Reaper Death Blossom. And here comes the Deadeye.
Yeah, and we can see Lucky here on the point as well, trying to find that Shatter, is not able to do so as Oakley takes him down. Death Blossom comes up from Blizzard, and the King with another barrage, a very quick one built there, is only able to find one pick. It's AoniX still fighting on this point, trying to get their first flip. Logan is taken down as well, and Oakley gets another pick. Optic with two more, so it looks like Hyperion will hold on to this first fight. Although Lucky coming back on the point with the Shatter is able to take out Optic and is flipping the point so far all by himself.
Just the last one. That was it. It was Optic was completely alone on the point, and Lucky just shut it all down there. First one back and absolutely saved that point. Fantastic play. The King has been building these barrages though, like every 10 seconds, so we really got to keep an eye on that. And I think they're really going to be relying on Smobra and Blizzard now, who swapped to double hit scan to try and work on the King.
However, while that is happening, Hyperion has worked their way back to the point with King getting two more. That is a very quick fight there for Hyperion, as they are able to take out AoniX in quick fashion, and this time they are able to hold on. They have 4 people on the point right now. Smobra takes down the King, so that's a nice kill by the McCree, but that will be a consolation prize as Hyperion takes the first map of the day.
Very nice retake there. Unfortunately, just not enough gas left in the tank to continue. They came back with a whole lot, and you can see they've definitely identified that the King is a major threat. We saw Smobra and Blizzard swap over to that hit scan. You can see they're thinking about doing it again here, looking like the Ashe and the McCree coming out. And Lucky kind of eyeing the Winston, so maybe looking for a little bit more aggression to put onto Felix Penguin.
Absolutely. When you're the Baptista, you got to watch out for the Winston coming in for the other side, as they are definitely going to be looking to get back there and zap down some of those supports. So we'll see when Gardens here as the Sim Teleporter comes out right away. King still staying on the Pharah with Lissaru on the Mercy Pocket up in the air as both teams come together for the first time.
And why wouldn't you stay on the Pharah? Just getting so much value here. Lucky's going to be going for that double bubble, and is, yeah, just a lot to walk into with Stuff with the Immortality Field, and that hammer swinging away picks up both tanks.
Very nicely done by Stuff, and Oakley takes down Charmed as well. Smobra goes down, and it looks like Stuff is just pushing forward. Lissaru and the King teaming up there. Lissaru with the resurrection, the King with the kill on Logan, and that is another quick point there for Hyperion as they're just continuing to win these team fights.
Smobra has moved over to the Echo here, maybe hoping to put some more mobile pressure instead of kind of standing on the ground shooting, which kind of makes you a little bit easier target to hit. They are going to try and take this bridge here though, and Lucky does not last long.
A very nice opening pick there by Oakley. However, that is traded back as Blizzard does take down the King, but Lizaru finds a resurrection and puts that Pharah right back into the fight. Stuff and Things holding on to this bridge here with the Earth Shatter ready to go if he needs it. Is just trying to hold on to that state and probably waiting for this Winston to jump in before he decides to use it. And Lucky goes down with one swing. There was a lot of damage coming in there. And Bane of War follows shortly after. His Stuff is just holding his own here on the bridge, just letting his team do their work from the back. And this looks like we have one on the point now for AoniX. The Moira just trying to live, but Charms is taken down by that big hammer that's finding a lot of eliminations.
Blizzard managed to pick the King twice there. The King was rezzed by Lisaru once and then immediately domed right after they got up. So starting to find a little bit more success to put some pressure, although the King is coming up with another barrage and Optics got the grab ready to go. Stuff's got that shatter ready to go. All the tools they need to finish this fight out, although quite a bit coming through as well from AoniX, and it's opened up with the King on that barrage.
It is an ult fiesta right now as we have many ults on the point. Stuff was trying to hold on to that, and we have the Echo copying him as well, so that is going to be more Earth Shatters on the point for Snowbra, as they are the surprise Reinhardt on the point. Haven't been able to find much, but it looks like AoniX will find enough to turn this fight and take the point back and start counting it up on their own.
Very nice fight there, and they were fairly patient. Lucky is holding on to the Primal Rage. Bane of War's got the grab, so they do have the tools to win this next fight. With no defensive ult coming in from Hyperion, I think they're going to have a shot.
Absolutely, and as the Hyperion here rotates around to the left-hand side through the white room, going towards the point, Something still has that Earth Shatter that he just hasn't wanted to use that. We have there, it finally comes out, and they get Charms down and take them down. Lucky and Charms go down. That was not magically delicious. Felix Penguin takes out Bane of War, and this is another very nice fight for Hyperion, as they only need 5% more to win the point.
Felix Penguin again. Nice window there, and picks up two final blows to finish it off.
Yeah, that was
Lijiang Tower.
a very good showing so far for Hyperion, as they really only lost a couple team fights over the course of those two maps. So we'll see if AoniX, what they would like to do, is we see the King here with probably one of those barrages that was able to find quite a few picks, and as they come in the back here and do quite a bit of work.
And there's a lot to choose from here. The King was extremely dominant, living up to the name and just causing all sorts of problems.
Absolutely. So that is our first match on Lijiang Tower. So up next, because they have lost the map, I believe AoniX will be able to pick the next map, which will be Assault.
Yeah, so we're going to figure out which map is coming up very soon here. Our options are Anubis or Volskaya. So we're going to... The losing team gets to choose the map here, so we're going to sort out which one that they would like to play.
Absolutely. And I know, a lot of people get little upset about the Assault maps, the 2CP, as they can sometimes be harder to play with those wildly varying spawn advantages of the points. It looks like Logan down there is saying Volskaya, so that we might be heading to Russia here for our next match, giving Zarya that home team advantage. And we'll see if Stuff on that Reinhardt, that main tank role, can keep up their dominance on this next map, as 2CP can really be turned by very nice tank play. So we'll see if Stuff and Things and Optic can keep that up.
Yeah, so we're going to be heading off to Volskaya, and it looks like Oakley from Hyperion is choosing to defend first. So they're going to be going on the defend first, and we're going to see exactly what AoniX can pull out on this attack. They're going to have a little bit more options, I think, to catch Hyperion by surprise.
Absolutely, and we do see from time to time the Pharah on Volskaya as well, normally more on the defending roles. So we'll see if King wants to keep that one going there with Lisaru on that Mercy Pocket, because that really did work out for them in the last round. It looks like we will be having a substitution as well, as Bane of War will be coming out and Mickey will be coming in. So a different look on the tank line for AoniX. So that will be one change that we will see them make here coming up in this next round. However, that looks like the only substitution. I mean, for Hyperion, why fix it if it's not broke?
Yeah, there's no changes coming in, and you can see why a very strong showing there, and don't change a thing. I think the Ferric is still very workable on Volskaya, um, especially on that defense. There's a bit of a walk to that point, and I think that the Ferric will do quite a bit of damage as AoniX tries to move forward.
Absolutely, and we'll see what Onyx wants to do about that fair as well. Obviously, you can see hit scan as being something that can be a counter to something like a Pharah or one of those flyers. I believe we did see Smobra on the last round on the McCree for a bit as well, so that could be something that they might want to look at again. It looks like Hyperion is actually making a couple subs here as Felix and Optic are going out and Lexi and Plasma are coming in. So they will be giving a bit of a different look here as it looks like both teams are about ready to go here on Volskaya.
Yeah, as soon as we finished saying there was nothing to change there, and here we go.
Perfect. So we are on our way to Volskaya. The snowy skies. I know it's spring where I am, but I'm a Canadian, so I don't mind a little bit snow from time to time. So that won't be a problem for us. I'm sure everyone else is looking forward to getting into this map here, and we'll definitely look forward to see what kind of comps come out as well. Like we saw the Ryan Zarya in that first round, so we'll see if they want to go with that little bit of a rush. I know Onyx tried a bit more of a dive comp with the Winston. That, however, didn't didn't really seem to work out in the first time. So we'll have to see what they would like to do coming into this next round here.
Lexi is more of a diva player, I believe. So we might actually be seeing a bit of a different look here from Hyperion.
Yeah, that would be. I know it's only been one map so far, but that would be definitely a change as we have not really seen any diva play yet today. Lexi will be looking to use that defense matrix to maybe, eat some damage coming in from the other side. That can be a game changer. Maybe they can even feast on an ultimate or two. So we'll see how much of a impact that Lexi can make on that diva.
Yeah, I think we're gonna head in to Volskaya now. So we'll see if that diva comes out from Lexi.
Traveling to Volskaya.
Could be not, but this is a good map for dive. It's a good map for just about everything.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. I'm hoping we'll see something a little different. It's always nice when people mix stuff up and pick different heroes. So we'll see. I'm not hoping for something like a Bastion. Maybe I know Angel's, you're not a fan of the Bastion either, but
No one
you
is.
never know. The play of the game robot could come out.
No one is a fan of Bastion. If they say they are, they're lying to themselves and everyone around them.
Well, I know people are Bastion mains out there, so I don't know if we want to go that hard on them, but it
That's
looks
true.
like
Okay.
so far. I mean, we got Hyperion stuff is showing that Reinhardt once again, so they're going to keep that up. Mickey and Lucky going with a Ryan Zarya right now as well. So it definitely looks like the Ryan is coming out, but as we predicted, Lexi will be starting on that diva.
And the king is sticking to the projectile roll and going with the Mei here. So this could really catch them off guard and control this first choke very effectively. Mei can just decide which side of this truck you're going to go in on. Although it does look like AoniX is looking at that Sombra, so we might see a little sneaky teleport over to their left.
So we will see if Onyx wants to do that. Smobra on that Symmetra once again, coming forward towards the point. We'll see if they want to use that teleporter. It looks like they might actually be going left side here, and they are. So they're going for a bit of a rotation, but Lucky falls into the drink right away. So that is very unfortunate for Lucky, as Onyx is able to get through, but then are stuck down a person kind of in the middle of nowhere here as they all get taken down by Lexi and stuff.
Couple just jumped off the ledge there, which is pretty smart. Lucky turns out a little bit unlucky there, falls off into the ocean. So there's going to be a bit of a regroup, and their strategy has been given away now. So we'll see if they stick to this Sombra or Symmetra. It looks like they're going to try it again, although maybe up to the high ground here instead. So not going on that sneaky flank.
Yeah, Optic suggesting that it is an early tactical reset, which I don't know if that is the way to go. Now we got AoniX on the point. Now Lexi is able to take out that immortality field as Lucky is able to push up and find stuff with that fire strike. So this is looking a lot more promising for AoniX this time around, as the Mei in there with the Mei wall, just trying to keep AoniX as split up as possible. Lucky get hit with the flashbang there, but is able to stay up. And it looks like they are still willing to fight this on the point. The Mei at the back uses that cryo freeze to stay alive. There are some turrets waiting for them when they come out of that cryo freeze though as well. Lexi gets a nano boost put onto them, and as long as they're taking as much damage as they can from that Symmetra, they will stay up. They finally come out of their mech as Lucky goes for a shatter and Stuff Things comes back with the counter shatter. What a nice play there by Stuff and Things, and that looks like they'll be able to stabilize here on the point momentarily.
Fantastic stall from the King there. Really just showing they know exactly what they're doing on all of these heroes. Nice use of the ice block, nice use of the walls, and it just kept the fight going long enough for Stuff to come back and use that shatter, and really nice block, and then a fantastic counter shatter there. It looked like it was going all the way of AoniX, and then a fast flip, and they're able to stabilize.
Absolutely, and now Lexi has that self-destruct ready, is not able to find anything with it right now though, as the King is ready with a Blizzard as well, uses her cryo freeze to get out of that stun. Blizzard is now eliminated as Oakley takes them down, and that looks like another quick fight there for Hyperion.
Just getting mean here with the Mei. You could see the King was ready to wall them out of their own spawn. So just asserting this this absolute dominance here from the King with some very aggressive plays. They are coming up. They got 3-4 ults on the side of Hyperion, and coming up to 5 though on the side of AoniX. So as long as this grab doesn't get eaten, they should be able to get some damage done.
Absolutely, and unfortunately the clock is not on AoniX's side anymore, as well as that Symmetra gets onto the point with only 50 seconds remaining to take this point. Self-destruct comes out, does not find anything. Blizzard takes out one with the Deadeye. Blizzard coming back on that Lucio is able to take out Smobra, so that will be a very good pick. There comes the Blizzard out from the King, and they are able to take down Lucky on the back of that, and then Mickey shortly after. So that is 3 more picks there for Hyperion, and it looks like they will be holding on to this for this final 30 seconds. There will be one more push.
One more fight left here, and it's been a little bit strange to see Lexi's playing the D.Va, which cannot eat the lasers that they were using from the Zarya and the Symmetra. So they should have been able to just burn this D.Va down and get in there.
And this fight starts off with the shatter coming in from Stuff and Things. Isn't able to find any eliminations with that, but there still is time in this fight as Lexi takes down Smobra on the Doomfist now. But it's traded back by Lucky taking out the King. The trades are still coming in thick and fast, and now we have Oakley taking out Lucky on that Reinhardt, while Mickey is on the point just trying to do as much damage as they can with the amount of charge that they have. They seem to be the only one left on the point right now and are just getting smacked around by Stuff and are finally taken down, and that will be the map as Hyperion holds the first point on both Gaia.
So we're going to be coming up to the attack here from Hyperion, and they just need to get the just 52.8% is what they're going to need.
Initiating match.
They got options here. This is a long time to only get half. So it's the King played very well there on that Mei, just controlling space. Lexi got way more value really than they should have, and I think the D.Va maybe was eating quite a bit of damage coming into Stuff, so maybe that's where the advantage was lying for them. Usually the Rein Zarya has so much more brawl potential, especially when you have a Symmetra there. Those beam weapons just crush D.Vas. There's no way to eat the damage up, so I think maybe didn't get exactly what they wanted out of it. It appears like AoniX is preparing for the King's Pharah, so they might be sorely disappointed if this Genji pick stays true. But I think either way, McCree's always a good pick. Having that CC, having the range, they're gonna have some options here to play around.
Absolutely, they got the Wild West comp out there now with the 2 Cowboys, so if there is a Pharah, there will be going into a lot of hit scan damage, but it looks like the King is going to go with the Genji as we start this next attack on Volskaya for Hyperion as they come forward and get to that first choke and see what they're working against here.
This would be so frustrating. Like this Pharah gets so much value, and then they swap to Mei, and then you're like, oh, okay. Now we thought they were going to stay on the Pharah, and then they swap off of the Mei, and now they're on the Genji. So a lot of really very different looks here, and they all seem to be working. Although Mickey takes down stuff and things, so maybe this push might be coming to a bit of a halt.
That is a very good start for AoniX as they are able to take out the main tank on the other side of Hyperion. And now Lucky pushing forward into this room, going up the stairs, seeing if they can get anything with that hammer. Blizzard takes out Plasma with the dynamite. That'll be good there as Mickey is still just beaming down with that 60% charge right now. And that is a very good fight there for AoniX as they rebuff the first attack from Hyperion.
Very nice stabilization, and that's got to instill a little bit of confidence. I think it was a little bit of a rough Lijiang tower, and obviously a rough attack for them, but winning one of those fights and dropping stuff early, I think, is a huge boon for them there. And here comes the window.
And a very nice dynamite in there as well from Blizzard that was doing a lot of work. Now shooting through the Ant Matrix, seeing what they can do. Going forward, the King is able to take a one, but then a quick couple picks coming in from AoniX as they push back hard. And now Lucky takes down Lissaru with the Fire Strike. And it looks like they will hold them back again here as we potentially have like 2 holds coming in.
Yeah, that's the second one. I think Plasma gave a boostio there, and maybe it was not intended. So maybe, yeah, as we see, the boostio came in. So we're maybe not what they wanted. Perhaps looking for a Reinhardt or a Zarya or the Genji or just about anyone else except the Lucio here. But they are going to be coming up to the Blade and the Bomb here.
Absolutely, and they start off with the Bob as the Bob goes in. Unfortunately, Lucky in the middle is purpled, so he isn't able to receive any healing for the moment, but is able to survive that, and then rotates through the side and finds Plasma on that Ana, and it makes a very nice elimination there. So that is a quick fight there for AoniX. So it looks like so far the defending teams are really holding their own.
Which is quite strange for a 2CP map or an attack map, or sorry, assault map. Usually this first point it's almost a foregone conclusion that you just take the first point and then spend 7 minutes on the second point slowly trying to chunk everyone down. But very effective defense here from both teams, and here comes the beat from Lissaru.
And Smobra in the back with the Deadeye isn't able to find anything either. That beat helped with the extra shields there for Hyperion as well. So it looks like they've already did a quick reset here, and we'll look back to come in as now they only have a minute to work with left here on the clock as well.
1 minute left, but 5 ultimates. So, you know, the King's going to have another Blade, which seems wild to me. They were in the back line. Or no, it's not another Blade. I thought they had bladed earlier, but I think we're going to be looking for, there's that Blade, and we'll see if they use the grab to try and put that down.
They are blading now, and the Nano Boost as well. So we have the Nano Blade on the point, and the Ant Matrix comes in from Charms and isn't able to find anything, as Hyperion takes a very, very quick fight there. And with all 6 people on the point, it looks like they will take Volskaya as well.
Would have liked to see the grab from Mickey earlier there. They were so effective at cleaning up those kills and putting in that damage, and it seemed like they just held the grab a little bit too long. Sometimes you'll see Zarya's throw them out to shut down a blade, especially a nano blade. It can be a very good trade on ults. You know, grab's a big ult, but shutting down a nano blade, which is usually a team or a fight winning ult, you'll often see them go in there. You can see everyone leaping off the edge here. And so yeah, another fantastic win here for Hyperion. I think it was very well played.
Yeah, stuff and things keeping most of AoniX there in between a big hammer and a cold place, I guess would be the best way to describe that. So I believe now we will be taking a bit of a halftime break, and we will be back shortly. Hi, we are back. I am Newbeat here with Ageless for Prospect eSports Showdown for this week 1 of Season 3 match between Hyperion and AoniX Reborn. So far, Hyperion has showed quite a bit of proficiency on their two maps as they are up 2-0 with quite a dominant performance.
We've seen a lot of strengths out here. Stuff and Tanks has been coming out with a very nice main tank, and the King has been backing them up very, very effectively here. So we're going to be diving into Eichenwald first, and we'll see what the team's got to show us.
Eichenwald, always a fan favorite. I know a lot of people like this map, like myself. We have seen a lot of Ryan Zarya coming in today from Hyperion, so I would imagine that they would keep that up. We'll see what Bane of War and Lucky want to do on the other side for the tank lines as well.
Very strong Ryan from Stuff. And you can see Lucky has been trying to mix it up, trying to find a comp that works. They went for a little bit of the double bubble. Just couldn't make that work on Lijiang. So we'll see. Maybe they can continue to mix things up. Haven't quite found the key to unlock Stuff and Things. And it looks like Lexi's going to be sticking here on the Diva. So we are going to see that Diva again. It worked on Volskaya. I'm not 100% sure why. I think Alexi's Diva has just been fantastic, and they've done a really good job coming into a couple characters that might, I would say, eat them alive on a bad day. So really strong performance there, and I think we're gonna see more of that. Seems like Smobra is coming up with the Doomfist, which would be very nice to see here. And obviously, Diva can't defense matrix the Doomfist punch, so it could be very effective for them.
And we'll see what AoniX can do here on this first attack as they come out of the spawn doors first here and make their way towards this first choke, where I guarantee you the first fight will end up happening eventually. Going forward here with Lucky on that Reinhardt once again, pushing forward with the Zarya right behind him, rotating over to the left-hand side here, see if they can find some purchase on the point. Lucky gets split up by the Mei wall coming out from the King, and that is a very good first pick there. It was very unfortunate. Once Lucky was cut off, there was just no way he could get back to his team.
Really effective use there of the Mei wall, and they're still sticking up. They have taken up a lot of space here, and Stuff is down to 100 shield, so very smart. Although, they almost all went off the map there, and they just start cleaning it up. Lexi picks up Ryan Reynolds, Stuff and Things picks up Charms, and he's just swinging away in here.
Yeah, very nice team play coming out from Hyperion right now as they are sticking together and just rolling through AoniX. Coming back on the Doomfist is Smobra and getting a rocket punch in there, but not doing any major damage so far. Shatter comes in from Stuff and Things, but that one is blocked by Lucky, so not finding any stuns with that play. It looks like that maybe AoniX is going for a bit of a split push here, kind of coming in two different ways, starting with the Coalescence, full support Ultra, and now the Earth Shatter as well. A lot coming onto the point right now from AoniX as they try and push in, also getting a couple picks there with Bane of War and Ryan Reynolds finding people. Bane of War gets another one. This is looking like a very good fight for AoniX as they'll get the payload moving.
Great take there. Smobra seems to be able to put some extra pressure onto Stuff. A little bit more CC, and you can counter those charges with the rocket punch as well. So it seems like they have identified that Stuff is kind of having a free reign, you could say, on kind of whatever they wanted to do here. So the Doomfist pick seems to be really working out for them, and again, the Diva can't really do much about it. So, and plus it feels so good just one-shotting a Mei.
Yeah, that is always something that brings a smile to my face if I could ever one-shot somebody, but we'll see here as the King comes in for the Blizzard and decides to use it right away. Gets it down, gets a couple freezes in there. Lexi is able to take down Lucky. Stuff and Things coming out with two more. This is looking like a fight that might go Hyperion's way here as they are still pushing forward, using that Mei wall to buy a little bit of time. And it looks like they are pushing AoniX back towards their spawn here as they might have to regroup and get ready for another fight.
Almost a late pick there onto Stuff from Smobra there. Had to be a little bit careful. Went a little bit too close to the sun. So it looks like they're going to have a little bit more room here, and AoniX is able to push up and maybe force them back a little bit and get out of spawn.
And Bane of War here looking like coming around the choke, wants to maybe use that Graviton Surge. Deadeye comes out as well. Oakley is not able to find anything as Smobra takes them down. So Bane of War just staying on this payload right now, seeing what he can do. Well, Lucky's up, and Smobra and Lucky both find picks there. That is very nice and a good push here coming in from AoniX.
finding a lot of value from that Doomfist. You can see that extra CC able to get onto the high ground quickly and contest the Deadeye as well. So really nice work there. So they lost their Deadeye there. It looks like the King has moved over to the Pharah. So maybe a little bit tired of the Doomfist going through the back and front lines there, just providing tons of value. There's grab, very nice grab on the wall.
And that is going to find some picks as well, as Charms ends up taking down stuff, but the King coming back on that Pharaoh takes out Ryan Reynolds in kind. Charms is able to take Lexi out of their mech, and that is a good start here for AoniX. It looks like Bane of War, though, gets booped over the edge by King. That is a very nice play. That's why it's always so dangerous to come around this bridge. And then drops in like an angel of death and takes out Lucky and Logan as well. What a play there from King.
So the entire time, Bane and Lucky had moved right up towards the outside of the castle, putting so much pressure on them, but the King had moved back with Lissaru and was just feasting on the backlines. No one had any chance to even keep the card going. So, and it gets another boop onto Charm, so it's just providing so much cover fire, and you can't even get out. You can't get out of this first choke here with these rockets coming in over and over again here. You can see Smobra already on their namesake hero having a lot of trouble even getting close.
Yeah, and that will be interesting what Smobra can do against this Pharah. Oakley is able to take down the opposite McCree in Ryan Reynolds. That is good. King here coming around the back, maybe looking for a really sneaky barrage, but the face of the D-Matrix is in there, so looking to hold on to that for a little bit longer. Goes back to the payload, burns down Smobra, and takes them down as well. Doesn't even need the barrage right now, as Bane of War comes out of their mech as well, and this looks like another fight here from Hyperion on the back of King once again.
This is incredible. Pharah, and another pickup onto Charms. Just, they had the Mei and the hack here, so maybe a chance to take him down, although Lissaru seems to be providing a lot of cover for them, keeping that yellow beam on top of them. There's just not a lot they can do here, and they're going to have to really push to pressure this Pharah out, because they're getting a lot of space up in the air and not a lot of pressure put on them.
And you mentioned Lissaru there as well. I think it bears mentioning that behind every good Pharah is a good Mercy, and that's definitely what's happening. As a barrage comes in, damage boosted, King gets 2 more with that, is also able to take down Lucky, and now chasing down the Lucio and gets Logan as well. So another very, very fast fight there, as the King and Lissaru on this pharmacy are just crushing.
Yeah, they brought the Mei out maybe a little cheekily there, and then wasn't really working out for them, as AoniX was, just steamrolling forward and then just dusted off the Pharah, and here they come and putting more pressure onto Smobra.
King definitely looking unbelievably comfortable on this Pharah, just using those concussion blasts and the direct rocket hits to take people right down, and that damage boost from the Mercy does not hurt either. Well, it hurts for AoniX, but it definitely doesn't hurt for King. King back in there, 75% to another barrage. We'll see if they're able to do anything here. Has to dodge a Coalescence coming in from Charms, but Charms is taken down by a double kill from Oakley on the Deadeye. Another barrage coming in from King, and is able to take out Logan and Lucky. That's 3 more on the barrage, and that looks like the end of overtime, as Oakley got in the kill feed a little bit in the end, but King said, no, this is my kill feed right now.
Just as soon as the Moira came out, started putting that lighthouse towards the King, right away Oakley takes out the Deadeye and just finishes everyone off, providing that cover so that the King could get right back in there, take out 3 with the barrage. So it seemed like even when you can put the pressure onto Oakley or onto the King, Oakley just shows up from behind everyone, guns them all down. This is a tough place to be playing, and point 2 on Icon Wall. The high ground is so important. So having that Pharah up there, you don't even need to worry about standing up there. We did see Stuff and Lexi holding the top of that castle, but having the flyer, you don't even need to really worry about the high ground. You can just keep putting that pressure in. As soon as AoniX tried to circle around, they were ready with their barrage when they came out, out of that little small castle room where the mega health pack is. Very, very effective. They're gonna be wanting to watch the VOD review here on the King, see exactly how he was able to take apart so much of the team on some of these fights.
Yeah, the king has been dominant for sure, and with Lissaru on that Mercy as well. I mean, sometimes it gets dicey if you're kind of pinning your healer to one character, but if they're getting that much value from it, I'm sure they're going to keep doing it as the king and Lissaru stay on those heroes. We do see Oakley on the Widowmaker as well, so that's the first Widowmaker sighting of the day, so we'll see if Oakley can click some heads.
A little bit surprised we didn't see a Widowmaker come out from AoniX, honestly. So I maybe just outside the hero pool. Bane of War has decided to hop onto that D.Va though to provide a little bit more pressure.
And Lissaru flying up with that Mercy and making sure that King is staying up here. Stefan has been able to take down Lucky as well. And now the King takes out Charms on that Baptiste. And another pick with taking down Logan as well. This is King just continuing this reign of terror from the skies. The stuff also takes down Smobra. Oakley gets Ryan Reynolds. And this is going to be a first point win for Hyperion.
It seemed like the Widow pick was maybe a I'll switch if I don't get a pick moment there. So Oakley's moved back over to the McCree. And yeah, it's Bane of War. I think it's a good pick moving over to this D.Va to try and put a little bit of extra pressure on there, but it's just so much value getting from the King here. And Lissaru's doing a fantastic job of enabling that aggression. And you can see, Oakley gets a nice pick on the Ryan Reynolds there, and it's just coming in now. The King's starting to float over that castle.
Yeah, and Oakley coming up the side with stuff things on the Reinhardt, tries for the Earth Shatter, isn't able to get it down, does get the counter pin onto Lucky, and they are able to take him down. Another big barrage coming in for King as they find two. Bane of War is out of their mech, and not long for this world as they are taken down, and that payload is getting very close to that golden box of victory.
You could see the right idea there. Bane was ready for that barrage, able to fly up with the damage matrix, but it was just too late. By the time he got close to the King, it was too late. Two picks already gone down there. And here comes a Deadeye from Oakley, picks up the two tanks on their way back. And that's it for Eichenwald. So Hyperion wins the match.
Yeah, that is a 3-0 for Hyperion. On the back of Stuff and Things, the King, Lissaru, you can go down the list. Oakley had a great game as well. I'll be honest, going into this last map here, I had Stuff and Things as, my first player of the game, and the King coming in as the second best player. And I think those have flipped, considering the dominance that King had on Eichenwald here with that Pharah.
Yeah, it became really one-sided. You can see 78% kill participation coming in from the King. Lissaru with 27 offensive assists, so really backing the King up. Felix Penguin, over 10,000 healing in an 8:45 match. So I think very well played by just about everybody there. I think that everyone saw some value. Everyone made some great plays. Lexi was a fantastic D.Va and really just kept stuff up in a way that usually you don't see as much when you're facing that Zarya. Usually the Zarya is able to provide a little bit more brawl, but Lexi held her own and really kept it together.
Absolutely, and we will be putting up a poll as well to see what you think of who do you think is the player of the game out of some of those players, King, Stuff and Things, Lissaru. There's there's no wrong choices basically at the end. So for today, I am Newbeat here with Aegis. Thank you to everyone at Prospect eSports Showdown. Thank you to Nikki for doing our wonderful job observing for us today. And that will do it for us today.